Ancestral healing is a very powerful way to liberate your lineage and free your family, as well as coming forward onto you, the current generations, and also to future generations, right? Some things to consider, right, and it's really important to hold this, is that in terms of current and future generations, when you send the healing forward in time, not everybody wants to be freed from that patterning or belief system, because their souls also came here to experience their own agreements, right? And so when we come into healing, it's a balance. It's a balance rather than kind of like a top-down approach. It's important to remember about humility and compassion, and so to come from a collaborative space, which also frees us up from acting from a place of fear, right? Often if you are the change maker or the one in your family who has decided upon the role of not continuing on and passing on history in that way, it can feel really lonely, and so there's a part of us, right, maybe our young parts, that would wish our family members would come with us. So whilst having the best of intentions to send, multiple ancestral healing, family healings through the system, we also need to have awareness that we need to be respectful of other people's souls, processes, and journeys of how and why they came here on earth to experience life in this way. And yeah, coming from myself, like a Chinese ancestral family system, it's very hierarchical and bound in a lot of rituals and practices, right? And maybe this is also true for your own family lineages. So when we're coming into an ancestral healing space, it's important to hold the metaskill of humility, because we are coming from a mindset of 2025, and they may be 8-15 generations before us. So the times and context of where they were and how they operated had very different practices, right, and mindsets to where we are now. So it's actually a gentler way to be slower and respectful as we support them to heal trauma and to reintegrate parts of their souls, and supporting ancestors with soul completion as well. Sometimes in some family systems you can also have more difficult ancestors, and then it's even more of an imperative to be really respectful and to slow the healing down. Imagine you are living in your own world, tending to your own garden, growing your own vegetables, for example, and some foreigner comes and invades your space, your village, and decides to change and superimpose all these new rules onto you. It would be incredibly invasive and shocking, right? And so even though they have passed on and they are in the ancestral space, respect is so incredibly important, right? Yeah, and slowing the pace down, and as that sends through to you in time, it's also in a much more softer, stabilized flow. the softer, stabilized flow is important, because in the go, go, go fast world in which we live in, we mistake intensity for power. Yeah. Softness, gentleness, a form of quietness is as powerful. Is as powerful as the raging, erupting, volcanic, fires. It's overlooked and underappreciated, right? And really it's about not being understood. Yeah, I wanted to share these points because ancestral healing is such a sacred process. Yeah. What better way to love and connect with our ancestors by listening to their stories, feeling into their struggles and the woundings of what they have to live through, right? And this echo reverberating through our system, and us coming to a place there where we have the awareness to be inclusive and tend to our ancestors, who are incredibly powerful allies on our awakening journey. So many gifts right there. Lots of love to you all.